I want to show you another really interesting feature called the Content Aware Scale tool. So I'm going to grab this photograph here, open it in Photoshop, and I'm going to unlock the background. And let's say that I wanted to scale this picture. As soon as I begin to use a normal scale, the plane is going to become subjected to the scale too. So I go to edit and choose a traditional free transform and start to drag this in. You'll see the plane is being modified as well as the background, and that's to be expected. That's what you would expect would happen. I'm going to undo that. But instead of using a traditional free transform, I'm going to go to edit, and I'm going to use something called Content Aware Scale, and somehow it understands what the objects are in the foreground, and as I drag it along, you'll see that airplane is still holding pretty good as I scale the background. And I can pull this in pretty far before the plane becomes modified. And what I've done is I've used that tool, and it's called Content Aware Scale. And what it does is somehow it's able to identify the background and the foreground objects and scale the background and leave the foreground objects intact. And so anytime you want to scale the background under these circumstances, you can do that while leaving the foreground objects in place. And you can do this to create some very interesting modifications. And of course, after that, I would clip it, or I could go up to image. I'm sorry. Let's see here. I want to go to image. I'm going to go to trim. And I'm going to trim all the transparent pixels. Click OK. And it just trims away all the transparent pixels from my image. So that's called Content Aware Scale.